Sorry. Árbitros da partida: Fernandes Enzo, Maurício Zamponi e Chufei. Comissário é a senhora Nathalie Van Mersus. E agora vamos à apresentação da equipe de Israel. Número 4, Paulo. Número 6, Baron Nathan. Número 7, Benham Noah. Número 8, Cassim Hamza. Número 10, Nathan. Número 11, Lai. Número 21, Ishai. Número 30, Rambarei. Número 33, Lior. Técnico da equipe é o senhor Yanir Oz. E agora vamos à apresentação da equipe da Turquia. Número 3, Baran. Número 5, Mehmet. Número 6, Abid Kerim. Número 7, Hassan. Número 8, Onur. Número 9, Vedar. Número 11, Arda. Número 13, Burak. Número 23, Salim. Número 37, Hamza Orsun. Número 78, Bialmet. E número 90, Urga. E o técnico da equipe é o senhor Bartu Hurman. Solicitamos a todos em posição de respeito para a execução do hino nacional de Israel. Solicitamos a todos em posição de respeito para a execução do hino nacional da Turquia.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 8th annual IWBF Under-23 World Championship here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And it is day 2 and our first encounter of the day will pit Turkey and Israel, the two teams who have not played yet in these World Championships. This is a Group A encounter, as these two teams will look to get off the mark here on the second day of action here in South America. Hello to everyone on the IWBF YouTube channel, wherever you are across the world. John Hobbs keeping you company here on court number 1 for this intriguing encounter today between these two European nations, Israel and Turkey, both in Group A, and the only two teams, as said, yet to play in this tournament. Germany top Group A after day 1, thanks to their 65-38 victory over Australia. Brazil, the other team to get a victory in Group A. They defeated Canada yesterday 63-53. And over in Group B, Italy and the United States will get us underway over on court number 2 in around about an hour's time. Both Italy and the United States joint top of Group B alongside Great Britain. Great Britain will play in the final game of the day here on this very court. They will be playing South Africa. But right now it is the turn of Turkey and Israel, starting 5s for the two teams, starting with Turkey. Baran Oj, Mehmet Payam, Hasan Efituk, Bilal Meteshoglu, and Arda Albiak. And for Israel, they'll be starting with Tal Dagan, Hamza Qasim, Natan Boshna, and also just looking to see who else will come out into the starting lineup for Israel. Eli Yari and Ran Barbie. So starting 5s again for Turkey: Baran Oj, Mehmet Payam, Hasan Efituk, Bilal Meteshoglu, and Aldar Albayak. And for Israel, Tal Dagan, Hamza Qasim, Natan Boshna, Eli Yari, and Ran Barbie. And it'll be Efituk and Barbie that will get us underway here. And 3 officials for today's game: Enzo Fernandez, Maurizio Zamponi, and Shufei He. They'll be our 3 officials here. Referees are ready, 2 teams are ready, and we are underway here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Day 2 commencing, and Turkey get the first offense of the contest. And the first score of the contest within 10 seconds of the tip, as Efituk with the score inside. Hasan Efituk no doubt will be the main offensive threat. This is going to be an 8-second violation. Against Israel, as Hamza Qasim couldn't get the ball over the timeline. Baran Oj off the window and gets it to go, and Turkey with 2 quick field goals. And Israel yet to get off the blocks. Another turnover. They can't even get the ball over the timeline at the moment. Baran Oj with it. Ifituk under the hoop. Ifituk will head to the stripe. Hassan Ifituk, who averaged just under 6 points a game for Turkey back in the last World Championships in Thailand in 2021. As said, one of the main offensive threats, led the Turks at last year's European Championships in Madrid. Averaged a double-double, 15 points, 10 boards a game, and thus far has 4 points to his name in the early going. Less than a minute in as well, and Turkey up 6-0. Kasim. Here is Boşna. Boşna lobs it, and Dagan can't hold on, and it'll be a Turkey ball. Right now, just over a minute played, and Israel yet to get a field goal off. In fact, that was the first time they got it over their own half. And Turkey in complete control here, up 6-0. Here is Ifituk. Ifituk to the foul line, now goes to the elbow. Oj cut into the basket, and an offensive foul has been called on Baran Oj. First foul on Baran Oj, who started his playing career with Beşiktaş. Boşna. Can Israel get their first shot up? They do, but that's off the back iron from Boşna. And away come Turkey. A bullet pass to Taşoglu. Taşoglu gets it to go, and a foul. Met Taşoglu, who was actually part of the team at the last World Championships in Thailand. And looking to make more of an impact here. He has his first field goal of these World Championships. Missed the free throw, but Turkey are out to an 8-0 run to start this Group A encounter. Boşna. Dagan. Dagan looking for options, goes to the wing. There's only 2 players in support. He'll go for 3, and he'll rattle one in, and Israel off the mark here in Brazil. Tal Dagan with the 3. Albayak looks to respond. That's a mid-range shot, and that is money. Erda Albayak had a more prominent role for Turkey in the last World Championships. Another standout, and that's another 8-second violation against Israel, the second one of this first period. And a timeout has been called by Yanni Oj of Israel, and Turkey have raced out to a 10-2 lead with 7:24 remaining in the first period in what has been really one-way traffic thus far, but still a long way to go in this game. Tal Dagan with Israel's lone score thus far in this contest. Turkey a perfect 4 of 4 from the field thus far. 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Hassan Ifituk has 4 points to lead the way for Turkey. So hello to everyone wherever you are around the world. This is the second day of the IWBF Under-23 World Championships here in the lovely city of Sao Paulo, Brazil, where the hospitality here in South America's largest city has been absolutely first class, welcomed with open arms as all athletes across the world descend upon this incredible city and incredible facility here at the Paralympico Training Center, home to a number of different Paralympic sports. This is part of the Rio 2016 Paralympic legacy. And playing host to the 8th annual wheelchair basketball Under-23 World Championships, and Turkey looking to extend their lead to double figures. But good defense from Israel. And here is Yari, here is Barbie. Lior Ivanitsky also into the game for Israel for the first time. Yari, 5 to shoot for Israel. Here is Ivanitsky, inside it goes, and the score from Boschner, his first field goal. Here is Osh. Osh inside, Albarak with the 2 inside. Beautiful, simple basketball from Turkey. And Albarak with the 2. And Israel turned the ball over as Boschner's pass goes straight to Baran Osh. Baran Osh to Ifituk. Ifituk misses the simple layup as Baran Osh was gliding to the basket. Boschner, and the whistle has gone just before another 8-second call was going to be blown. And on this occasion, a foul was called, and that's a first foul. On Ona Ayan Aroglu. Aroglu into the game for the first time. He was a really integral part of the offense for Turkey at the European Championships in Madrid last summer alongside Hassan Ifituk. And again, Israel really struggling to get the ball over the timeline, and another 8-second violation. 5:47 remaining in the first period. 3 is up from Osh, and it's no good off the back iron. It's rebounded by Boschner. And another turnover for Israel. Osh now full head of steam to the basket, and he will go to the stripe. Baran Osh, who plays his club basketball in Italy for Porto Torres. Actually led the Italian side in the Euro Cup 2 last season. Averaged around 17 points a contest, did Baran Osh. Part of the bronze medal winning team in Madrid last summer. Baran Osh, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals against Italy. And he gets the steal and the score at the other end. Mehmet Payam this time with the 2. And Turkey are 16-4 up with 5:14 remaining in the first period, and a foul has been called on Eroglu. Boschna. Yari struggling again to get the ball out. Another turnover. Baran Osh again getting his hands in the way, but Yari picks it back up. And here is Dagan. And Dagan fouled by Taşoglu. Well, we're over the halfway point now of the first period. Turkey up by 12. Dagan. Ivanitsky. Dagan at the top. Good spell this for Israel, and offensive foul has been called though, so that came to nothing, and Turkey will get the ball back. Turkey shooting 75% from the field, and in just over 5 minutes of play, Israel have only mustered 3 field goal attempts. Gliding to the basket and scoring is Eroglu. And the gap is now 14, and a warning given to Turkey to let the ball go through the cylinder and not touch it on the way down, as substitutions will come in for Turkey. Burak Ayan coming in for the first time, the number 4. And Selam Kursan coming in as well for Turkey. Osh with the steal again. Baran Osh to the basket, and a foul has been called as he rammed into Tal Dagan. Just wait and see what the call is. It'll be a foul on Tal Dagan, and it's an unsportsmanlike foul. So Turkey will get 2 shots and they will get possession. And both teams now in the penalty. As Baran Osh just adjusting his wheelchair, and now he'll go to the stripe for Turkey. Baran Osh so far with 4 points for Turkey. Make that 5 as that hits the back iron, thinks about it and drops down. Osh splits the free throws, but Turkey will get the ball back, and a fresh 14. Baran Osh right now with 5 steals in this first quarter. He has more steals than Israel have points. And here is Osh with one hand, gets his own rebound, doesn't get it to go, gets another bite of the cherry. They get another attempt, and Osh this time makes it count. 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals for Baran Osh in this first quarter alone, and another turnover for Israel, as Eroglu this time with the steal as he gets it off Boschna. Ball goes out of bounds. Turkey will get it back. 11 turnovers for Israel in this first quarter, as Matan Baron comes into the game for the first time. Tal Dagan heads to the bench. And the mid-range is money from Eroglu. Two of 3 from the field in this first quarter, and Boschna another 8-second call for for Israel. Osh. 3:23 remaining in the first. Albarak. Erdogan was using the screen. Albarak now cuts to the basket and puts it in. The reverse layup, beautifully done from Albarak. And it's 25-4. Israel down big here, Barbie. Barbie goes for the mid-range and gets the friendly roll. Only Israel's third field goal. Albayak. Osh drives to the basket. Albarak doesn't get it to fall, and a much-needed stop for Israel, but another turnover. And this time, another turnover, but this time for Turkey. And a foul called under the hoop. Scrappy sequence there from both teams, but it seemed to favor Israel. Both teams in the penalty, so Israel will head to the foul line as Eli Yari will go to the stripe. Great to see the Israel fans here in attendance. There are a few making some noise, which is great to see. Great to see supporters from all over the world traveling here to beautiful Sao Paulo, Brazil for this incredible tournament. We saw yesterday the Great Britain fans. There was some Canada fans in attendance. Osh to the basket. And everyone so far really enjoying their time here in Sao Paulo as Israel really struggling here, but get it over the timeline. Down 27-8. Barbie. Ivanitsky was calling for it, but decides against. 4 to shoot. Here is Ivanitsky. Goes for 3, and that misses everything and goes out of bounds for Turkey with 1:36 remaining in the first period. It's been one-way traffic thus far, but still a long way to go in this contest between these two solid nations in wheelchair basketball. The whistle has gone, and there's a shot clock malfunction, which the table officials will just sort out. Happens wherever you are. As Bilal Met-Tashoglu comes back into the game, Baran Osh will head to the bench for Turkey. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals for Osh, as the 3 is short from Eroglu. And away come Israel with Yari. Yari looking for options. Great screen there from Baron as Boschner got the ball loose, and offensive foul has been called on Boschner. That'll be his second foul. That'll be his third foul, excuse me. As he went charging into Salam Kursan. Eroglu. Final minute of the first period. Tashoglu lobs it to Ersan, and he'll get the 2 under the hoop. Kursan now with his first field goal, and Turkey up 29-8 with 40 seconds left of the first quarter, and another turnover for Israel. Al-Bayrak, Kursan in acres of space under the hoop. 3 Israel players come to meet him, but it doesn't matter. Kursan with another score, second field goal in less than 20 seconds. As we are entering the final 20 seconds of this first quarter, another turnover, or nearly another turnover for Israel, as Aroglu got his hands in the way, but the ball goes out of bounds, and I believe it will stay with Israel. Hamza Kasim will come back into the game, and Lior Ivanitsky will head to the bench. Shot clock is off. Here's Hamza Kasim. Dagan. Hamza Kasim gets it. Final seconds of the first period. Dagan. And a turnover, Aroglu, final seconds of the first. He's not even going to go for the shot. And that'll end the first period here on court number 1 as Turkey have accelerated away from Israel in the first 10 minutes. Baran Oj with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, leading Turkey to a 31-8 lead over Israel. And Israel have only mustered 5 field goal attempts in this entire first quarter. 15 turnovers for them thus far. 4 players with 2 points for Israel. Tal Dagan, Natan Boshna, Ilayari and Ran Barbie. But right now, it is all Turkey. So we welcome you everyone to the IWBF Under-23 World Championships here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The 8th installment of this elite wheelchair basketball tournament, and a possible glimpse into the players of the future, possible players that you will see on your screen at the next Paralympics in Los Angeles in 2028. This venue, this fantastic venue here in Sao Paulo, part of the Rio 2016 Paralympic legacy. It is a Paralympic training facility. Wheelchair basketball, as you see, one of the many sports on offer. Just across the way here, the hallway here, is a football pitch. You've got sports including volleyball, tennis, judo, table tennis, all in this facility. It's a wonderful, wonderful complex. And many of the athletes housed here during the World Championships as well. As we get set to start the second quarter, and Israel with the first possession with Yari. Here is Dagan. Dagan, the mid-range money. Second field goal for Tal Dagan, who started playing wheelchair basketball in Israel's Paris Sports Center in Ramat Gan, just in around the outskirts of Tel Aviv. Here is Oj. Wide open shot, no. Ifituk has it, and Oj will be the beneficiary, but he blows the layup at the second attempt, gets it to go and a foul. Mehmet Payam with the free throw line attempt, but he gave it up to Ifituk, and Ifituk dumped it to Oj, who needed 2 bites of the cherry, but got it to go, and he'll go to the stripe. And Oj now has 11 points. Turkey up 23. And the free throw attempt agonizingly falls out, but Turkey will get the ball back. Turkey with 2 silver medals to their name here at the World Championships. If it took, can't get the 3 to fall, and they'll go out of bounds, and Israel will get the ball. Of course, Israel, Turkey, silver medalists at the last World Championships in Phuket, Thailand, losing out to Japan in a thrilling final in the 2021 World Championships. Looking to go one better here in Sao Paulo, and right now they're doing the business in the early going. As 2 is no good from Yari, and away come Turkey. Here is Ifituk. Ifituk took a hard hit. That's an unsportsmanlike foul. And Hassan Ifituk will go to the line, and Turkey will get the ball following these free throws and a fresh 14 to follow. Hassan Ifituk. Misses the first. Of course, coming up in around half an hour's time, over on court number 2, Italy will take on the United States. Due to tip off 11 a.m. local time. And on court number 1 following this game, Brazil will take on Germany. If it took under the hoop over Hamza Kasim, misses the 2. Good defense from Kasim. Here is Hamza Kasim. And another 8-second violation, the 5th 8-second violation of this contest in the early going of the second period. If it took from the baseline, finds Payam, inside goes, and Osh with the finish. Balan Osh has been absolutely everywhere. An absolute firecracker right now for Turkey. Boshna, Kasim. Hamza Kasim looking for options. Boshna is open and gets him. Barbie, 5 to shoot for Israel. Barbie along the baseline, an awkward left-hand shot doesn't go, and now Turkey can break. It's a race from Ifituk, who gets it and can't get the layup to go. On the follow, though, is that man, Baran Osh. Baran Osh has been absolutely outstanding in this first half. He has 13 points and is outscoring Israel all on his own. Here it is Barbie. Barbie to the elbow. Hamza Kasim misses the 2. Osh with the rebound again. He'll lob it. And the score inside from Mehmet Payam. A 30-point lead for Turkey. Hamza Kasim. Barbie is at the wing. There he is. Four to shoot for Israel. The ball goes loose. It will go out of bounds. It will stay with Israel with 1 on the shot clock. And a timeout has been called by Yanir Osh of Israel with 6:32 remaining in the second period, and Turkey up 40-10. And we mentioned other games going on today, of course, over on court number 2, scheduled to tip off at 11 o'clock local time, so that's around half an hour away. Italy and the United States of America, both teams currently warming up over on court number 2. And then coming up at 2 p.m. local time here on this very court, the hosts Brazil following their success on day one against Canada in a hard-fought battle, will take on Germany, who were outstanding in their own right yesterday against Australia. And over on court number 2, at 3:45, it'll be Japan taking on Thailand as both teams look to get in the win column after defeats yesterday. Japan losing to Great Britain, Thailand losing to Italy, and then over on court number 1, or on this very court, court number 1, we'll wrap up the day as South Africa take on Great Britain. And that'll be a shot clock violation. There was only 1 second on the shot clock, and Israel couldn't get a shot off, so Turkey will get the ball. Burak Ergon into the game for the first time for Turkey, the number 90. And referee's just having a conversation with Baran Oj. Here it is, Payan. Offensive foul has been called, I think. Baran Oj, who was warned by the official, who he was connected, it seemed, with Ran Barbie. And now Turkey coach Mehmet Okur just having a chat with the officials. And Osh will come out. He's really protesting his case against the officials. Abdul Karim Gökpuş into the game for the first time for Turkey, the number 1. 7 on the shot clock for Ran Barbie, a baseline jumper. Good defense from Ifetuk. He gets his own rebound though, does Barbie. And the miss inside from Baron, and here comes Turkey on the counter with Ifetuk, but Israel do get back well. Ifetuk just about gets his pass off. It's turned over though, and away come Israel. Hamza Kasim can't get the pass. It's deflected, and what a pass from Ifetuk. Here is Gökpuş inside. What a score from Turkey. What a pass. Kept it in from Ifetuk behind the back, and it led to an easy score for Gökpuş. A 32-point lead now for Turkey. Barbie, Hamza Kasim, and the mid-range is no good from Yari. Ball is loose. Israel come up with it. Ball is batted. It's loose again. Ifetuk comes up with it, and all alone, and room service indeed for Çocuk Yılmaz, who gets his first field goal. Vedat Çocuk Yılmaz, a good mid-range shooter, but first player of the day found himself wide open. An easy bucket for him. (44-10) in favor of Turkey. Barbie over the halfway point of the second period. Yari, here is Barbie again. Shot clock at 6. Barbie, a mid-range jumper. That's long. It's rebounded though by Yari. Gives it back to Barbie. Barbie, a mid-range again, and that one's short this time, and away comes Hasan Ifetuk for Turkey. Ifetuk, full head of steam, kicks it out, the pass, and the finish inside. And a second field goal for Çocuk Yılmaz. Barbi at the wing. Lobs it. That was a risky pass, and it's another turnover. If it took again, and it's easy room service, is it? No, he misses the layup. Hassan Ifituk misses the lay-in. And now all alone and all the time in the world is Matan Baron, who misses the layup. On the follow, though, was Ran Barbi. And this time, Mehmet Okur calls the timeout for Turkey with 3:49 remaining in the half. Well, Turkey up big right now against Israel. 46-12. Baran Osh right now flirting with a double-double. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive end. He has 5 steals to his name as well. Number of players on 4 points for Turkey. The latest beneficiary to get 4 points for Turkey is Vedat Çuçukyılmaz, who got 2 quick field goals around a minute ago for Israel. 2 players on 4 points, Tal Dagan and Ran Barbi. And Israel, who only had 5 field goal attempts in the first quarter, have got out to a more respectable 5 of 16 from the floor in this one, but they trail big right now to Turkey. Çuçukyılmaz goes for the mid-range. That's long. Hamza Kasim with the rebound. Hamza Kasim again. Barbi misses the pass but gets it back. Yari at the foul line, stops, passes it to Barbi. Barbi off balance, gets his shot up. It's blocked by Payam. The ball goes out of bounds. Turkey will pick it up. 3:14 remaining in the second quarter, and Turkey wanted to get the play going, but they needed to pass it to the referee first before they can get the play started. Now they can. Çuçukyılmaz. If it took one-handed, gets it to go off the window. Barbi. Under 3 to play in the half. Barbi driving to the basket. Good defense there for Mehmet Payam, and now it's 2-0 really, in a way, isn't it? As Burak Ergan will get his first field goal. Burak Ergan, who plays his basketball in Istanbul for Galatasaray. Off the mark here in Sao Paulo, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Israel, and Mehmet Payam not happy with that decision. Now accepts his fate as Ran Barbi comes out. It's been a good first half for Ran Barbi. 4 points, 5 boards for him as Leo Yevnitsky comes into the game. And here is Yevnitsky on the ball. 6 to shoot, another turnover for Israel. Payam, here is Ergan. Ergan back to Ifituk. Ifituk gets it to go. 19 points in transition for Turkey in this first half. Yevnitsky at the top. Yevnitsky, beautiful pass. Hamza Kasim is fouled. And the foul is called on Gukpush. Abdul Karim Gukpush, that'll be his first foul. Mehmet Payam comes out. And for the first time, Dongol comes in for Turkey. Another turnover. If he took, lobs it. And it is picked up by Durgan, and Chuchukumaz can't get the finish. Boschna, final 90 seconds of the first half. Yevnitsky, mid-range off the back iron from Yari. If it took another rebound, and look at this, well, it was 2-0, but if it took his lob pass way too strong for Burak Ergon. Boschna, Yevnitsky. And the mid-range is good from Ilayari. That's his first field goal after missing his first 3 attempts. Efituk gliding to the basket. The reverse layup is pretty. How about Hassan Efituk in this contest as well? We were talking about Baran Osh, but Efituk now joining the double-digit club. He moves on to 11. Chucking 3 rebounds for good measure. Boschna deflected, got pushed with the rebound, or excuse me, with the steal. Here is Efituk, final 10 seconds of the first half. It's been one-way traffic thus far. Efituk again. 13 for Hassan Efituk. And Israel will just let the clock run. That'll do it for the first half of action here in the first game of the day, the first game of the tournament for these two nations. And right now it is one-way traffic. Turkey with a commanding 56-14 advantage over Israel. Baran Osh with 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, 54% from the field. Hassan Efituk with 13 on 5 of 9 shooting in his own right. Turkey as a team shooting 64% from the field. Israel led by 3 separate players. Tal Dagan, who has 4 points, 2 of 2 shooting, and Eli Yari and Ran Barbie also have 4 points to their name, respectively. So it is half-time here in game 1 of day 2 here at the Under-23 World Championships here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And Turkey are up 56-14 over Israel. We'll be back in around 10 to 12 minutes' time. Welcome back to Sao Paulo, Brazil, the Paralímpico training complex here in this lovely city here in South America, South America's largest city, playing host to the 8th annual IWBF U23 World Championships. Hello to everyone on the IWBF YouTube channel and wherever you are across the world. John Hobbs keeping you company as we get set to start the third quarter between Turkey and Israel. Israel down big right now. Turkey 56-14 to the good. Baran Osh with 15 points, 7 boards, 5 assists and 5 steals, leading the way for Turkey. And his partner in crime, Hasan Ifituk, with 13 points and 6 steals in his own right. And here is Aroglu to get us underway in the third period, and an easy score to start for Salam Kurşun. Salam Kurşun, who averaged around 7 points or 4 rebounds in his 6 games played in the last European Championships in Madrid. Aroglu nearly got the steal. Barbie, 7 to shoot for Israel. Dagan, Yari, Dagan at the foul line. Dagan, the 2 is no good. And the rebound taken, and Baran Osh lobbing it wide. And that'll be, well, Turkey will keep the ball. And here they come. Full head of steam is Osh. Osh will backtrack. Throw it up to Kurşun, and Kurşun's 2 is no good. And the whistle has gone. I'm not sure the Israel players were aware that the whistle had blown. And Salam Kurşun will head to the stripe. Man who plays his domestic basketball in Ankara. And makes the first free throw. Only 19 years of age. Promising future ahead of him. The majority of these Turkey players do play their basketball back home, as Osh collects the offensive rebound, his 6th overall, and Osh will now go to the stripe. Baran Osh, who is flirting with a double-double even at this early stage of the third period, rattles in the first free throw. Turkey up 60-14, make that 61-14. Tal Dagan. Barbie. Inside it goes to Boschna, and the 2 is no good from Barbie, and here come Turkey on the break. Albayrak Aroglu gets it to go, and another score for Turkey, who are shooting at around 60% from the field. In fact, they're shooting around 65% from the field. Up by 49. Boschna. Here is Barbie off the window and down. Ran Balbi has 6 points now for Israel. Aroglu goes back, finds Osh. Osh doesn't get the friendly roll, and a whistle has gone before the shot. Will that count? 2 is good. So Arda Albayrak will head to the stripe. He was part of the Turkey team that claimed a silver medal at the last World Championships, played a more prominent role last summer in Madrid when Turkey won the bronze. Of course, they defeated Italy 67-56 in that bronze medal game. Dagan. Boschner with the screen, pick and roll wasn't used. Barbie at 2, that's off to the right. Eroglu with the rebound. Here is Osh, full head of steam. Albarak with the 2. Turkey's 54 points inside in this contest out of their 68 overall. Dagan. Barbie at the elbow, looks for help, finds it in Dagan. Barbie, Yari steals it, away comes Osh. Osh now all alone, catch him if you can, slows down for good measure and lays it up and in. 19 for Baran Osh. Dagan. Yari. Dagan. Boschner. Dagan at the foul line, throws it up. Off the back iron it goes. Osh with the rebound. That'll be Baran Osh's double-double. He has 19 points and 10 rebounds. Albarak. And the whistle has gone. It's a 3-second violation and a rare turnover for Turkey, as Salam Kürşan was camped out in the lane a bit longer than 3 seconds. That's only Turkey's 6th turnover of this game. Dagan, ball goes out of bounds. Conversely, Israel with 26 turnovers in this contest. 16 of them were in the first period alone. Boschner. Yari gets the friendly roll. (70-18) in favor of Turkey. And the score inside again for Kürşan. 9 points on a perfect 4 of 4 for Salim Kürşan. Flawless thus far. Almost like Turkey have been in this contest. Dagan, lovely fast pass and the finish inside from Ran Barbie. He has 8 points now, Ran Barbie, 4 of 11 from the field. Kürşan again, one-handed, unstoppable inside. (74-20), halfway through the third period. Boschner now alone, but Osh, quick hands from Baran Osh. Ball goes out of bounds, it will stay with Israel with plenty of time on the shot clock. Boschner, mid-range. That smacks the backboard. And Baran Osh, full head of steam to the hoop. And Eroglu hits the deck, gets up quickly. Mid-range off to the left from Ilay Yari. As there'll be a pair of substitutions to come in momentarily for Turkey. Baran Osh only has Eroglu for support. Osh doesn't seem to need him, but misses the 2 from 5 feet, gets his own rebound. Ball batted around, and Osh did so well to get the shot up over 3 Israel players. And again, referee blowing the whistle, but the two teams continuing to play on, almost oblivious to the fact that the referees have blown their whistle. As Abdul Karim Gokpush comes back in, and Vidat Kuchukyumaz comes in as well. Yevnitsky will check in for Israel. As Boshna and Dagan come out for the men in blue, and Matan Baron checks in as well for Israel as Osh at the foul line strings the first. Well, the host nation, Brazil, will be on this court later on. They will play Germany, and the Court 1 activities conclude with South Africa taking on Great Britain to end day 2 here at the World Championships. Italy and the USA playing right now on court number 1. Tuchfeld, and Tuchfeld is fouled. Ishai Tuchfeld into the game for the first time, the number 21, and will have a chance for his first points of the game from the charity stripe. In fact, no, it will be an end-line ball instead. So baseline possession for Israel. Shot clock in single figures, but Turkey come up with the loose ball, and away comes Turkey on the break. And the finish inside from Burak Ayan. And Yevnitsky picks up the loose change. Here is Barbie. Yevnitsky, a mid-range, short, rebounded, or nearly rebounded by Baron, but the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay or go to Turkey. Eroglu gliding, dancing his way to the basket, gets a shot up. Now, will that be 2 shots for Oner Ayan Eroglu? It will be. In fact, actually, Israel are in the penalty now with that foul, so either way you look at it, Turkey will head to the stripe anyway. 3 minutes played, or 3 minutes to go in the third period, and Turkey leading 79-20. Tashoglu comes into the game for Turkey. Baran Osh heads to the bench. Oner Ayan Eroglu gets the first free throw. First name means pride and honor in Turkish, as he airballs the second free throw, and Turkey have certainly shown a lot of pride, a lot of honor in their nation in this game, and are leading by 60 over Israel. Barbie nearly, well, he got it tipped away by Gokpush, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Israel. 2:52 remaining in the third period. Yevnitsky. Barbie. Yari, shot clock at 8. Shot is no good. Eroglu the rebound. And an unsportsmanlike foul has been called. Eli Yari on the deck. Israel as a team only have connected on 9 field goals in this contest. A free throw is missed. For Turkey, that was from Ayan. Well, Turkey have led from start to finish. Biggest lead of the game at 60. Make that 63. As Gokpush laces a 3. .220 remaining in the third. Turkey in firm command. Barbie, Yevnitsky at the foul line. That's off the back iron. Rebounded by Tashoglu. And Yevnitsky comes up with the steal, a rare steal for Israel. Only their 4th in this contest. Yevnitsky, Baron, Yari for support. Yari gets the ball. Shot clock at 7. Tuchfeld nearly turned the ball over, but a whistle has gone. And the foul is called on Abdul Karim Gokpush. And Gokpush gets the steal, intercepts it as the ball was intended for Yevnitsky. And now Turkey on the break. Beautiful basketball from Turkey. Agonizingly falls out from Tashoglu. And Tashoglu gets the ball back. Bilal Met Tashoglu driving to the basket. The floater is in and out. And another offensive rebound for Turkey. And they can't get the ball in the basket right now. Now they do, and a foul. That's Ayan Aroglu with the 2. And Aroglu will head to the stripe. As Tal Dagan comes back into the game for Israel. Aroglu now with 9 points. Yari pressured there by Ayan. Just coming up to a minute remaining in the third period. This is the biggest lead of the contest. Here is Tuchfeld. Yari goes for 3, misses it. Only Israel's second 3-point attempt of this contest. Both teams are combined 1 of 6 from downtown. Kuchikumaz misses the 2 inside. Here is Dagan. Final 35 seconds of the third period. Yevnitsky. Shot clock at 5. Dagan can't hold on to the ball. And Dagan and Kuchukumaz fighting for the loose change, but the shot clock violation for Israel. So Turkey will get the ball, 16.1 on the clock, and a 65-point advantage. And a timeout has been called with 16.1 to play in the third period. Turkey looking to go one better in these World Championships. They won the silver medal last time out in Thailand, losing in the final to Japan. Japan, of course, the reigning world champions, started their campaign yesterday with a defeat to Great Britain. Turkey with 2 silver medals to their overall medal haul here in these World Championships at under 23 level. USA and Canada, the two most successful nations at under 23 level, with 2 gold medals each, the only 2 nations to win 2 gold medals. And perhaps another European nation could claim the gold. Great Britain made their statement yesterday, as did Italy and Germany. Only 2 European nations have won the gold medal at these World Championships. Germany won it back in 2013, and Great Britain won in 2017. Eroglu. Final seconds of the third period. Eroglu will pass it out. Küçükülmez, the mid-range, is short. Tuchfelt with the rebound. Final seconds of the third. And Yari passes it. Evnitsky will lob it almost straight out of bounds, and that ends the third quarter here on court number 1, as Turkey in firm command in the final game of the first round of group games in Group A. These are the 2 teams that have yet to get off the mark. 1 more quarter to play, and Turkey lead 85-20. Four Turkey players currently in double figures, led by Baran Osh, who has 22 points, 12 boards, 8 assists and 7 steals, and certainly well on his way, or flirting with a quadruple double, which is a rarity in any form of basketball, whether it's wheelchair or able-bodied. 22 points on 8 of 17 shooting for Baran Osh in this game in just 19 minutes on the floor. Hassan Ifituk has 13 points and 6 steals. Alda Al-Barak has 11 points on a consistent 5 of 6 shooting. He has 7 assists as well, as does Salem Kursan off the bench, a perfect 5 of 5, doing all of his damage under the basket. Ran Babi leads the way for Israel, 8 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 6 rebounds to go with it, but Israel only shooting 28% from the field, and shooting those numbers will never get the job done, especially as Turkey, conversely, are shooting an impressive 61% as we enter the 4th period here in our first game of day 2 here on court number 1 at the Paralimpico Sports Hall in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ifituk gets us underway in the 4th. Goes for 3 from the wing, and that's short, rebounded by Boschner. Only Boschner's 2nd rebound of the contest. Hamza Kasim. Dagan. Dagan gets it back. Boschner. And a whistle has gone. Or has it gone? That went onto the other court. Now a whistle has gone. Here is Küçükülmez. Vedat Küçükülmez with the inside pass. Ifituk under the hoop. Here is Noam Ben Hamo into the game for the first time and on the ball. Gives it up to Tal Dagan. Ben Hamo, the mid-range, is short. Boschner with the offensive board. Gets it back but loses the ball. And Urgon comes up with it, and away come Turkey. That was only Israel's 5th offensive board of this game. Ifituk And we'll head to the line. Foul is called on Noen Ben-Hamo. That'll be his first foul. Efituk, who has done most of his damage in the first half of play. 15 points on an impressive 6 of 10 from the field. Now 4 of 5 from the free throw line in this game. And Tukia continue to pile on the pressure and are well on their way to becoming the first team in this World Championships to reach the 100 mark right now. And that pass from Hamza Kasim was intended for Noam Ben-Hamo, but went straight out of bounds instead. Kuchukumaz. Kuchukumaz surveying what's before him. Inside it goes, and the score and the foul. Efituk, again the beneficiary. And now 70 points inside for Tukia. Only 20 points, or 21 points for Tukia have come either at the foul line or from the three-point line. As Efituk strings the resulting free throw for the three-point play. And a 72-point lead for Tukia. And a 7-0 start to this final quarter for Coach Okor's side, and another turnover for Israel. That's turnover number 33. And Kuchukumaz misses the shot under the hoop, and there to clean it up is Hassan Efituk. Dagan. Hamza Kasim gives it to Boschner. Boschner now driving to the basket, to the elbow. Dagan wide open at two. Money. Tal Dagan has been impressive in this contest. 6 points on 3 of 6 or 3 of 5 shooting. Efituk short with his three-pointer. Tukia 1 of 6 from downtown in this contest. Boschner, full head of speed, lovely behind the back pass, but Kuchukumaz deflects it to his hand. Here come Tukia. Kuchukumaz gets it back from the wing, goes to the baseline, is met by Boschner. Efituk wide open a three, that's short. And Hamza Kasim will let the ball go out of bounds. Just over 3 minutes played in this fourth period. And despite being down big, the Israel fans enjoying themselves here in Sao Paulo, posing for selfies, getting their selfies in, posing for pictures, showing their Israelite pride. As the shot is no good inside from Tal Dagan. Efituk inside, and the finish is easy from Kurshon. 4 minutes played in the fourth. Turkey 96-22 to the good. Barbie along the baseline, finds a bit of room, gets past Korshun, gets a shot up, and Ifituk with the rebound. 6 rebounds for Hasan Ifituk to go with 22 points. Tashoglu, and a whistle has gone before Ifituk got the shot up, and a technical foul has been called. And a technical has been called on Hasan Ifituk for getting his feet up or his wheels up off the floor in a dangerous motion. So Israel will go to the foul line. Tal Dagan will take the resulting free throw. And he'll get that to fall. Israel a flawless 3 of 3 from the free throw line in this contest. And Turkey will get the ball back following that technical foul. Tashoglu, Ifituk a 3, money. (99-23) as we come up to the 5-minute mark in the fourth period, and nearly another steal. It was a steal. Ifituk does get it, composes himself, and now Turkey looking to become the first team to hit the 100 mark in the World Championships. Tashoglu from the baseline, and doesn't get it to fall. Ifituk with the rebound and gets it to go, and Turkey are in the 3-digit club. And the Turkey bench enjoying that one and just rounding up a good day's work for Mahmut Okur's side. Dagan, mid-range, and that's short, rebounded by Korshun, and here comes Ifituk. Ifituk lays it to Dongol, and Dongol misses the 2. And nearly got the steal as well. Hamza Kasim comes up with it instead. Yevnitsky the layup. Great transition basketball from Israel. Only their second field goal in transition in this contest. Ifituk. Korshun inside, gets it to go. Korshun now 7 of 7 from the field, 15 points for him off the bench. Boschna, Yevnitsky, Dagan at the top. Shot clock in single figures for Israel. Dagan wide open, that doesn't make the mark, and Ifituk another rebound number 9 for him, and the shot is no good from Dongol. Ball batted around, it's a scrap for it, and the finish inside. 8 of 8 now from the field for Korshun. 105-25, an 80-point advantage with 3 minutes on the clock to go. Hamza Kasim, Yevnitsky. Yevnitsky looking for Dagan and finds him. And Tashoglu did well to deflect the pass and nearly kept it in, but it rolls out of bounds. Tashoglu showing good sportsmanship, getting the ball back for the officials. Yevnitsky. And as the shot clock was winding down, that'll go out of bounds. Turkey will get the ball back. Efituk. A three, no, it's short. Rebounded by Hamza Kasim. Here is Yevnitsky. Yevnitsky gets it back. Yevnitsky from the elbow. Efituk goes to the foul line, goes inside, looks for help. Korshan again misses his first field goal attempt after 8 straight makes. On the follow, though, was Hassan Efituk. Natan Boschner to Tal Dagan. Yevnitsky. Yevnitsky's pass deflected, and away come Turkey again. And the finish inside from Burak Ergon, who had Taşoglu there for support, didn't need him. 109-27, and group substitutions will come in again for Turkey as Küçükümez and Ayan will check in momentarily. Dagan. 9 on the shot clock. Ben Hummel misses the 2. It was deflected, so Israel will get the ball back with 5 on the shot clock. And with 1:17 remaining, Hassan Efituk looks to be done for the day. It's been a great performance from him. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 8 steals for him. 2 is no good from Boschner. Küçükümez, beautiful pass, showtime basketball is no good. On the follow though, can't get it to go from Gürsan. Taşoglu gets the steal, Taşoglu now the layup, and that goes. Took 3 attempts, but Turkey get their field goal, 111-27. Second field goal of the contest for Taşoglu. As we enter the final minute, and Turkey will get a resounding win to start their campaign. Boschner, a mid-range, is short and off to the left. Vedat Küçükümez gets the rebound. Here he goes on the ball over the timeline. Burak Ayan, here is Dongul. Dongul, a mid-range. That's off the back iron, and away comes Boschner, who got the step on Taşoglu, and Taşoglu did so well to bat the ball out of bounds. And despite the scoreline, both teams still playing hard, as we are now at 19 seconds left. Currently half-time over on court number 2 as Hamza Kasim misses the layup, and the shot clock is off, and Dagan bats the ball and gets the ball as well. If Nitsky has it, and a foul is called. Foul is called on Salim Kurşan. And a timeout has been called by Yaniroj with 6.6 to go. So as said, it's half-time over on court number 2, and Italy with a narrow 22-20 lead over the United States currently. Battle between top wheelchair basketball nations there, Italy and the United States, over on court number 2, currently half-time. So when this game concludes, keep it locked here on the IWBF YouTube channel, because the third quarter will be incoming in just a moment, around about 5 minutes time. But right here, it's been a sublime performance from Turkey. But despite losing their first game, the Israel fans, you can briefly see just there, waving their Israel flag with pride. but they will start their World Championship campaign here with a defeat in Sao Paulo. Dagan, then Hamo, here's Hamza Kasim. Hamza Kasim can't get his shot off, and that'll do it. Turkey with a 111-27 victory here in our first game of the day. And Turkey will top the group following this victory. Still a long way to go though in the group phase, but Turkey no doubt will get top spot after the first round of games in Group A. Of course, following on from this game on this court will be Brazil taking on Germany. Both teams secured victories yesterday, so unbeaten runs at stake there. But Turkey start their World Championship odyssey with a win. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 8 steals for Hasan Ifituk on 61% shooting. He got a three-pointer in there for good measure. Baran Oj, in just 19 minutes on the floor, flirted with a quadruple double, ending up with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists and 7 steals. 9 offensive rebounds in that 12 rebound haul. Turkey shot nearly 65% for the majority of the game. They had to settle in the end for 57. Salim Kurshon with 17 points made his first 8 field goal attempts, settled for 8 for 10 from the field. For Israel, they were led by Ran Barbie, who had 8 points and 6 rebounds, but Israel start off with a loss. Turkey get their campaign off to the right mark here on court number 1. That'll do it for our action momentarily on court number 1, but join us later on today as Brazil, the hosts, take on Germany. But don't forget, there is action over on court number 2. Third quarter is going to be underway shortly between Italy and the United States. But from me, John Hobbs, I will see you soon. Goodbye.